Hi, welcome to English Composition. I'm Michael Cheng. I'm here with Cher Chen today.
各位同学，大家好，欢迎来到英文作文课程，我是 Cher。
Today we're working on Unit 5, and our topic today is describing an object.
好，我们今天的主题是第5个单元哦。那我们今天要讨论的是要如何去描述一项事物。
And when we're describing an object, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the order of adjectives within a sentence.
好，当我们来描述这个事物的时候呢，我们要做的事情是要注意这个形容词在句子中的使用顺序。
And so let's define what an adjective is first. Adjectives are words, they go with nouns, and they help give more information about that noun.
好，我们要了解一下什么叫做形容词哦。形容词指的是和名词一起出现，而且用来提供关于名词更多资讯的字。
Right, now, adjectives can help readers to understand what you're thinking about. They can also help readers to understand what you're seeing as you describe something, and this is because they give extra details. In addition, adjectives are also very important because they can help you influence the opinions of other people through the way that you use the adjectives as you write.
好，形容词呢可以帮助读者了解你正在想或是正在看见的这个事情。那因为形容词是能够提供比较多的细节哦，所以形容词也可以影响你讲话的对象对于这个事物的看法。
All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some pictures, and these pictures are from freedigitalphotos.net.
好，我们接下来看一些图片哦。这些图片是从这个 freedigital.net 这个地方的网站来的。
And so what we're going to do is we're going to think of some adjectives that we can use with these pictures, and we're going to see that using adjectives help us to really give a much better description of what these pictures are.
好，我们接下来看看我们要如何来描述这些图片哦。那我们也可以得到一个比较好的关于这个描述图片使用形容词的一个方式。
All right, so let's take a look at this first picture over here. And so we have a picture of a dog, and all these pictures are dogs. And so when you look at this first dog, what do you see?
It's cute.
Okay, it's kind of a cute dog that we have here. And the dog is not really a very big dog. To me, I think this dog looks a little bit tired. So we say this cute dog, it's tired. It's kind of a little dirty, little beat-up looking dog too.
好，我们看到这只狗哦，我们看到这只狗，它的照片中呢，看起来它很小只，那它看起来有一点脏脏的，那看起来非常疲倦哦，躺在这个救生圈里面，看起来蛮累的样子，但是蛮可爱的。
All right, let me give this picture to Cher.
Okay.
And we have another picture here. And any comments about this dog?
It looks ugly.
All right, so this is kind of an ugly dog. We can say it's also a brown dog. It has kind of a weird color and weird pattern on its fur. Anything else you can say about this dog?
He looks unhappy.
All right, so here, it's kind of ugly, unhappy. This dog is much bigger than the last dog we saw too.
Yeah. 好，关于这只狗呢？哦，我们知道它看起来长得不是很漂亮哦。那它是有着棕色的毛哦，那上面掺杂着一些这个黑色的这花纹哦。那我们说它的脸看起来是不是很开心的
？All right, over here we have another picture of a dog, and look at this dog picture. How do you think of this dog?
It looks ugly too.
So another ugly dog, and I think this dog is a little scary looking. It's kind of weird and strange looking, and I think the eyes are a little bit funny.
Yeah, it is.
So here, take this picture.
好，我们看到这只狗呢，这只狗看起来长相也不怎么讨喜哦，看起来也蛮不漂亮的哦。那我们知道它的眼睛看起来有一点可怕哦，感觉眼神是不大对劲的。
All right, and then we have one last dog here, and this dog is maybe a medium-sized dog. Any comments you have about this dog?
It's all black.
All right, so it's a black dog. To me, when I look at the dog, I think maybe it's a little bit sad-looking too. Here you go.
好，我们看到这只狗呢，这只狗它是黑色的狗哦。那老师觉得它看起来有一点脸上的表情有点悲伤哦。
All right, so now Cher has 4 pictures of dogs over here, and if I say to her, hand me the picture of the dog.
Which one?
All right, so she doesn't know which dog to give me because I'm not clear enough. And so if I add some adjectives, how about if I say, hand me the picture of the ugly dog?
Which one?
She still doesn't know which picture to give to me because we have two ugly dogs.
So, which one do you want?
All right, so now finally what I can say is pass me the picture of the ugly, big brown dog.
That would be this one.
So here we are. Picture of the ugly, big brown dog.
刚刚老师呢，请我把我手上的照片拿给他。那老师提到说他要这个 the dogs 那我不知道说老师指的是哪一张哦。那老师后来告诉我说，他要的这个狗的特色是 ugly dog 那我们刚刚知道说有2张图片都知道这2只狗是 ugly 的那老师要的到底是哪一张呢？后来老师又说了，他要的是这个 ugly brown dog 那我们知道是棕色的狗就是这一只所以我就把这张图片交给老师。
Right, and so what you can see from this is that using adjectives can really help us to have a more clear picture, a clearer picture when we are trying to describe an object.
好，那我们现在就会发现呢，使用形容词的确可以帮助我们更清楚的去描述一项事物
All right, there's another thing that we need to know when we're talking about adjectives, and that adjectives come in a specific order, or we have a rule about the orders in which we write an adjective.
好，另外一件我们必须要了解这个形容词的事情呢，是使用形容词它是有一个特定的排列顺序的，我们必须要很清楚它排列顺序的方式
And so if you don't put the adjectives in the correct order when you're writing, your sentence is going to sound very strange or very unusual.
好，如果你没有使用正确的顺序在这个排列形容词的话，那你的这句子听起来就会很奇怪听起来就很不自然。
Right, so we are going to go to our grammar focus section now, and we're going to find out about organizing the order of our adjectives.
好，我们现在来看一下这个文法练习文法重点的单元。
All right, now the first thing that we need to know is that adjectives can be divided into 2 categories. We can have opinion adjectives and we can have fact adjectives.
好，关于形容词，我们首先要了解到，形容词可以分成2种一种是看法形容词，另外一种是事实形容词。
And when we are writing a sentence, if you have both an opinion adjective and a fact adjective in the same sentence, you want to have the opinion adjective before the fact adjective.
好，当我们同时使用这2种形容词的时候呢，意见形容这个看法形容词一定要出现在事实形容词的前面。
And so opinion adjectives are words like beautiful or famous or wonderful. And all of these words or all of these adjectives, they indicate some kind of quality that we might disagree with. And so if I'm talking to Cher about somebody and I say this person is very beautiful, she may disagree. She may not think that person is beautiful. And so we say beautiful indicates an opinion that you have.
好，我们说看法形容词包括像是这个 beautiful 美丽的 famous 有名的，或是 wonderful 很棒的这些形容词我们都叫做看法形容词。那这些词的特质呢，是在不同的人可能会对这样事物有不一样的看法那比如说假设老师说某一个人他是非常的 beautiful但是其实我不觉得她很漂亮那就代表说我们不同的人会有不一样的看法。
All right, now let's talk about fact adjectives. And so fact adjectives are these kind of adjectives that are related to something that you can measure more objectively.
好，事实形容词呢，则是具有一些可以被客观的衡量的一些特质。
And we can divide fact adjectives into many different categories.
好，我们可以把事实形容词呢分成以下的几个种类
And these categories are size,
好，大小
age,
年龄
color,
颜色
origin,
来源
material,
成分
and purpose.
用途
And if you're writing many different adjectives in the same sentence or many different fact adjectives in the same sentence, you will write them in the same order that you saw these adjectives appear on the screen.
好，那这些形容词你的使用的顺序呢，就像它刚刚出现在荧幕上的顺序是一样的。
And so, for example, you can see here that the size adjectives come before color adjectives.
好，你可以发现这个大小的形容词呢，应该要在颜色的形容词之前出现了。
And so if we go back to our picture of the dog here, we can say that this was a big dog and it's a brown dog. And so big comes before, big is size, and that comes before color. So we'd say this is a big brown dog.
好，我们看到刚刚提到的这只狗哦，我们刚刚有使用到 big 这个形容词啊，这个形容词代表的是大小形容词哦。那 brown 这个形容词呢，则是代表颜色哦。所以 big 我们在形容这只狗的时候，我们会说它是一只 big brown dog.
All right, let's go on and take a look now. Or why don't you go and take a look at page 55 in your book, and there's a chart here with all kinds of different adjectives.
好，你们可以看一下课本的第55页，这里有一个表格哦，这表格列出各种类的形容词。
And so we can see it on the screen, and so you can see here that we have our opinion adjectives first, and there are many different examples of opinion adjectives that you can see.
好，我们可以看到这个表格的第一个栏位，左边第一个栏位哦，放的是所谓的 opinion adjective 哦，看法的形容词。那你可以看到有非常多的例子哦。
All right, and next we have size adjectives, and you can see some examples of size adjectives here.
好，我们下一个栏位看到的是大小形容词，你可以看到很多的范例哦。
And then we go on, we have age adjectives, we have color adjectives.
好，接下来还有看到年龄的形容词跟这个颜色的形容词。
All right, then we go on to origin adjectives, material adjectives, and finally we have purpose adjectives.
哦，我们接下来还看到有着所谓的来源的形容词、哦成分的形容词跟目的的形容词。
All right, we are going to take a little break right now, and when we come back, we'll see how we use some of these adjectives in our writing.
好，我们现在休息一下，我们等一下回来呢，我们再来看看要如何使用这些形容词在写作上。
All right, let's work on the writing model now, and we're going to look at the writing model section of our show.
好，我们现在来看看写作范例。
Hey, the fruit looks really great there.
Oh, let's go inside and see what they have.
Hi, can I help you?
We'd like to get some fruit.
You came to the right place. I have the most delicious fruit in Taipei, and we have lots of specials today.
Wow, this apple looks beautiful. Where is it from?
This big red apple comes from Washington.
So we can call this the beautiful big red Washington apple.
This is a kiwi, right? Is it sweet?
My kiwis are very sweet and very juicy.
Where do kiwis come from?
Kiwis come from New Zealand.
Oh, so we can call this a sweet, juicy, jumbo New Zealand kiwi.
Wow, your bananas look very nice.
Yes, we have fresh yellow bananas, and bananas are perfect for a quick snack.
These two are similar.
Yes, these are my big round oranges, and these are my tasty tangerines.
Wow, they look irresistible. Can I buy some as a gift?
Yes, my fresh fruit makes a perfect gift.
Can you pack it into a basket?
Yes, we have wicker baskets like this.
Oh, so we can call this a stylish wicker gift basket.
Your fruit looks great. We'll pick what we want and bring it to you when we are ready.
Thank you. Take your time.
All right, so now after watching this video, let's imagine that this fruit seller wants to promote his video shop. And let's think about what can he write to promote his video shop.
好，我们看完这段影片之后呢，我们来想象一下，假设这位水果摊的老板呢，想要写一些东西来促销他的水果，他可以怎么样来写这个宣传呢？
So let's take a look now and see what this fruit seller can write.
好，我们来看一下接下来这个段落哦，我们可以看看这个水果摊的老板能够怎么样来写。
Come get the most delicious fruit in Taipei.
来这边可以买到台北最好吃的水果。
Look at all the specials today.
我们来看看今天的特卖。
We have beautiful big red Washington apples and sweet, juicy jumbo New Zealand kiwis.
我们有很漂亮的大红华盛顿苹果，还有甜美多汁的大的纽西兰奇异果。
Our fresh yellow bananas are the best fruit for a quick snack.
我们新鲜艳黄的这香蕉非常适合当做零嘴。
Our big round oranges are full of juice, and our tasty tangerines are irresistible.
我们又大又圆的柳橙呢，是充满了汁哦，非常多汁。那我们这个很好吃的橘子呢，更是无法抵抗。
Our fresh fruit also makes a perfect gift.
好，我们这些新鲜的水果呢，也很适合拿来当做礼物。
Pick your favorite fruit, and then we will pack it into stylish wicker gift baskets for you.
选择你喜欢的水果，那我们可以帮你用很漂亮的这个包装的篮子包起来。
All right, so you can see that there are many adjectives that we use to make this fruit sound very attractive.
啊，你可以发现呢，这个篇章里面用了很多的形容词哦，让这些水果听起来真的非常吸引人。
All right, so let's take a look at some examples. Here's one. We have beautiful big red Washington apples.
好，我们来看看例子哦。这里这个句子呢，这个句子说我们有非常漂亮的又大又红的华盛顿苹果。
And so you can see we have many adjectives that we use to describe the apples. The first adjective is beautiful, and this is an opinion adjective, and so it's the first adjective in this series.
好，我们可以来看看这边使用的3个形容词哦。那我们可以看到第一个使用的形容词 beautiful 这是属于我们说的看法形容词，所以它放在最前面的位置。
All right, our second adjective is big, and this is a size adjective. And as we saw earlier from that chart on page 55, that the size adjectives always go first.
好，我们看到接下来的形容词呢，都是属于事实形容词。那第一个字是 big，big 是属于大小形容词哦，所以是放在事实形容词中的第一位。
Our next adjective is red, and this is a color adjective.
好，下一个形容词是 red，red 是属于颜色颜色形容词我们放在大小形容词的后面。
All right, and then our last adjective is Washington, and this is an origin adjective. It shows where the apples come from.
好，我们看到下一个形容词呢是 Washington，Washington 这华盛顿呢是来源形容词，所以我们把它放在颜色形容词的后面。
Right, let's take a look at another sentence. We have sweet, juicy, jumbo New Zealand kiwis.
好，看到另外一个例子我们讲到说这是甜美多汁的大的纽西兰的这个奇异果。
And here we can see in this sentence that we have juicy and sweet and juicy. These are both opinion adjectives.
好，我们可以看到前2个形容词sweet 甜跟 juicy 多汁这2个都是属于看法形容词。
And then after that is jumbo. This is a size adjective.
好，我们看到下一个形容词 jumbo 形容很大的，那这个 jumbo 呢是大小形容词。
And then finally New Zealand is again the origin adjective.
好，下面一个 New Zealand 是一个地点它指的是来源形容词。
All right, so let's talk a little bit about these two adjectives, sweet and juicy. And so we can see that these are both opinion adjectives, and there's no real rule for how to put these or how to order these two adjectives.
好，我们可以看到呢 ，sweet 跟 juicy 这2个形容词都是属于意见形容词并没有规范说这2个形容词哪一个要放在前面。
All right, but however, I feel that the adjective that goes first is stronger sounding, while the second adjective, it's kind of like in the middle of a list. Sweet, juicy, jumbo. So it's in the middle of a list of different adjectives, so it's not as strong. And so if you have 2 opinion adjectives, put the one that you want to emphasize first, or emphasize more first.
好，那我们来看看这2个形容词的话呢，放在前面的这个会显示出特别的被强调那所以当我们有这个 sweet、juicy 那我们后面还有一个 jumbo、New Zealand， 我们会发现说放在中间的这个形容词比较不会被强调所以如果说你现在想要强调的是它比较甜美那你多汁呢是想要放在次等的强调的地位，那我们就会先说 sweet 再说 juicy。
All right, and so I think that the sweetness of the fruit is more important than how juicy the fruit is, and so we wrote sweet juicy instead of juicy sweet.
好，那对老师来讲呢，他觉得甜美比多汁还来得重要，所以他就会选择把 sweet 放在第一个位置。
All right, let's take a look at a couple more sentences from this writing model. All right, we have a sentence about bananas or fresh yellow bananas are the best fruit for a quick snack. And so we can see here that we have fresh and yellow, and so this is an opinion adjective, and then we have a color adjective. We have these two adjectives before banana.
好，我们看到在这个 banana 前面呢有两个形容词被使用哦。那 fresh 新鲜的哦，这是属于看法形容词。yellow 哦是颜色哦，是属于颜色形容词。
All right, then we also have the word best fruit. And so best is an opinion adjective. We also have quick snack. So quick is another opinion adjective.
好，我们看到下面哦，这个 fruit 前面有 best 这个字当形容词哦，那像后面这个 snack 前面有 quick 这个字是形容词，这两个形容词都是属于看法形容词。
And so we can see here in this example, we have many different adjectives, but they're spread out through the sentence. They're not all in one list before the word banana.
好，我们可以看到这个例子里面呢，哦，它有非常多的形容词哦，并不是都只放在 banana 前面。
All right, let's take a look at our next sentence. It's our big round oranges are full of juice.
好，我们看到下一个例句哦，我们讲的是又大又圆的柳橙。
And so here we can see in this sentence we have two adjectives, big and round, and these are both size adjectives.
好，我们在这个例子里面可以看到两个形容词哦 ，big 跟 round 哦，这两个形容词都是属于大小形容词。
And so when you have two adjectives that are both size adjectives, the way you organize these is you take a look and see is one adjective more related to how big something is, and is the other adjective more related to the shape. And so here we can see big is related to how big the object is, of course, and then round is more of a shape adjective, and so we put the size before shape.
好，当我们有两个表示大小的形容词的时候呢，首先我们先把描述这个物体的这个大小形容词放在前面，然后我们再把表示这个物体的形状的形容词放在大小形容词的后面哦。所以在这个例句里面呢，我们看到这个 big 指的是柳橙的大小 ，round 指的是柳橙的形状哦。所以我们放的方式是 big 再来 round。
All right, let's take a look at our next sentence. Our tasty tangerines are irresistible.
好，我们看下一个例子哦。我们这好吃的橘子呢，是让人无法抵抗的。
And we can just see here we have two opinion adjectives, and tasty is before the word tangerines, and then we have a be verb, and we have another adjective later. So this is just another way that you can do it.
好，我们在这个句子里面看到两个形容词哦，在这个 tangerine 前面我们有一个 tasty 哦，这个是一个形容词。那后面在 be 动词 are 之后呢，又有 irresistible 哦，又是另外一个形容词。
And take a look at our last sentence. We will pack it into stylish wicker gift baskets for you. And in this sentence, we have three adjectives. The first one is stylish. This is an opinion adjective.
好，我们来看一下下一个例子哦。这个例句是说哦，我们会把礼品放在这个造型高雅的竹编的礼物栏里面交给你。那我们在这个句子里面看到三个形容词哦 ，stylish、wicker 跟 gift。那 stylish 这个形容词在这里是属于看法形容词。
And then wicker is a material adjective, and finally gift is the purpose adjective.
好，我们看到 wicker 哦 ，wicker 指的是竹编的哦。那 wicker 是所谓的这个成分形容词。那 gift 哦，我们说这是目的形容词。
All right, so let's take a little break now, and we will be back with you again in just a moment.
好，我们现在来休息一下，等一下我们就会再回来。
All right, now that we know something about adjectives, let's go into the writing activity that's on page 57 of your textbook.
好，现在既然我们对形容词已经有所了解了，那我们接下来来看看课本第57页的写作练习。
All right, and so in your textbook, it says to rewrite the following paragraph and replace each picture with a noun and some adjectives. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a little video to get a better look at some of the objects that you need to describe.
好，课本上提到呢，要重写课本上这个段落哦，并且把每一张图片都替换成名词以及形容词。那让我们来看一下接下来这段短片，你就会更了解我们要描述的东西是什么。
I went on a trip to the country last weekend. I got on a big yellow school bus and we went to a farm. The farm was a huge fruit farm. The owner of the farm was a tall, young American man. He wore a pair of old blue denim jeans and big black leather boots. An ugly little black and white dog followed him everywhere he went. The man and his dog gave us a tour of the farm. They showed us the big bored apple trees and the tiny green strawberry bushes. I picked a basket of sweet, plump red strawberries before I went home.
All right, now let's see what words we can use to replace the pictures in your book.
好，我们接下来来看看我们可以用哪一些字来替换上课本上这些图片。
All right, now the first picture in your book is a bus. And so let's say this is the bus that we saw in the video. If we pick some adjectives of this bus, we might come up with adjectives like big, yellow, and school bus.
好，我们看到第一个呢是一台这个所谓的校车哦 ，school bus。那我们在这个图片上看到它是一台蛮大台的而且是黄色的一台车，所以我们会说它是一台 big yellow school bus。
And so if we put these into a sentence, we can end up with this phrase: I got on a big yellow school bus.
好，如果我们把这些形容词放到一个句子里面，我们就会得到这样的句子哦。I got on a big yellow school bus.
All right, our next picture is a farm. And we can say that this farm was very large, and so let's call this a huge fruit farm.
好，我们看到下一张图片呢，是一片农田哦。那我们看到这片农田呢，蛮大的，我们说它是一个大的这个水果田。
All right, and so next the girls, they met a farmer.
好，我们接下来看到这女孩碰到了一位农夫哦。
And so let's call this a tall, young American man.
好，我们形容这位农夫呢，他是非常高而且年轻的这个美国人。
All right, next let's talk about how this farmer is dressed. Here we can see that he's wearing old blue denim jeans.
好，我们来看看这位农夫他穿了什么样的衣服呢？我们可以看到他穿了一件老式的蓝色的这个牛仔裤。
He's also wearing big black leather boots.
好，他还穿着大的黑色的皮质的靴子。
All right, in our next picture, we have an ugly little old black and white dog.
好，我们在这里看到是一只丑陋的小型的，而且是老的一只黑白相间的狗。
Our next picture, we see big, broad apple trees.
好，我们接下来看到的是又大又茂盛的一株这个苹果树。
And let's see more of the fruit. We have tiny green strawberry bushes.
好，我们看到的是这个小的绿色的草莓丛。
And finally, we see some sweet, plump red strawberries.
好，我们接下来看到的是香甜而饱满的红色的草莓。
All right, so now we've taken a look at a lot of pictures, and for your homework, what you should do is take what you remember about these pictures and put them into the writing activity on page 57 and write that out on your own.
好，那你们的回家作业呢，就是仔细的去回想我们刚刚讲的这一些图片哦，那把这些图片使用正确的形容词，然后放进这个写作练习的部分。
All right, this is all the time we have this week for English composition. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back with you again in another week.
好，谢谢各位同学今天的参与，我们下个礼拜再见。